LoreWarrior vehicles. Heng Charioteer. In early 2797, Sandal Quinn, distinguished in his status as the last elected leader of the Capellan Confederation, personally laid down the requirements for a new vehicle to be used exclusively by the Palace Guard on Sean. It was to be a wheeled vehicle, powered by fossil fuels and capable of attaining a minimum of 60 kph. The result was a vehicle that lacked in all regards except these criteria, and rumours of a personal interest in expanding the influence of wealthy friends in the fossil fuel mining industry ran rampant for months as various companies vied for the contract. Despite several promising entries, a sleek-looking but sluggish model known as the Heng was accepted. The initial production run lasted less than 2 years and produced less than 2,000 production models. When Dame Ilsa Lau came of age in 2801, Quinn abdicated his stewardship of the throne in favour of supporting the rightful heir of Barbara Lau, and shortly thereafter, production of the Heng was suspended and, eventually, cancelled completely. For several years longer, these clumsy vehicles prowled the streets of Sean, performing well enough in service with the fanatically loyal Capellan Hussars until the last of them, the infamous Patrol 13, was decommissioned in 2834 and bought by Duke Jiang Kao of Purvaux for his personal collection. In 3042, this design was reworked as a graduation project by a team of student researchers led by Professor George Heng of the Sean Regimental Training Center, with such promising results that a prototype was constructed and tested immediately by the school, results there being reported to the Ministry of Transportation at the time. Within 6 months, a bid was offered by the minister and accepted by Professor Heng to oversee the construction of a newly contracted vehicle line featuring the internally reworked Heng. The vehicle was once again slated to become a law enforcement standard issue. Current production of the Heng as a police cruiser is planned to continue for the foreseeable future, and promotion of the vehicle as a replacement for other older vehicles currently in use is progressing as expected. Its classic lines promise a bright future indeed. Among Heng's Patrol 13 gained its notoriety then in July 2809, after its 5th straight month of being towed away from armed confrontation in urban areas while in service against Triad malcontents. While some might consider this a form of bad luck, the dispatch records for the vehicle show that the car was, by a vast margin, the single most requested vehicle in such service. Historians on Purvaux additionally claim that this is because so many awards were issued to any crew assigned to the vehicle in these instances, but irregularities in the format of their records cast doubt on the claim. More likely, it was as unlucky as its number, a fact probably proven repeatedly by the uncommon valour of the hussars assigned to its use. So yeah, as you can see from the art, the Heng Charioteer is it's a police car. It's very cyberpunk looking. It looks inspired by sort of later 90s kind of anime kind of designs. I can imagine seeing this in something like Pat Labor or something like, or Appleseed, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's very kind of anime styled there. It's a 10-ton vehicle. Moves 6, flanks 9. I mean, the fact that it even has stats as if you're going to stick it on the tabletop. I guess there would be a role playing session where you might have to escape in a police car, or maybe you're being chased by police cars, so you might need to know how fast they move. That's why this book's so good. This vehicle annex, technical readout vehicle annex. If you want to get it yourself, it's out there. You can pick it up on something like Drive-Thru RPG, or if you can find a Dead Tree copy, yeah, pick it up because it's a really interesting book. Armor-wise, it's got 4 on the front, 4 on either side, and 3 on the rear, so obviously not much. Medium laser will blow it up. Shot in the back by a small will explode. A couple of machine guns will fuck it up. But, yeah, it's not meant for that, really, is it? Apparently it features 8 passenger seats with restraints for prisoners. So, it's quite a lumpy boy. It can carry quite a lot. And as you can see on the back of the vehicle, it's got a fair amount of, communications equipment and probably other bits and pieces in there to help the Capellan police do their duty. And of course, this is just one example of a police vehicle that's found in the Inner Sphere. I'm sure there are others that are used by, Davian, Lyrans, Curetans, all that. I'm sure they've all got their own versions. This is kind of cool because it's obviously some design that was probably corrupt in its intention where it was originally made, but it's a Capellan, and what would it be if it wasn't corrupt, eh? Good old Capellans, always living up to that low standard that they've been set by the writing. Alright, thanks everybody for listening. I hope you enjoy these. Most of you seem to liking the idea of some of these, like, sort of universe fleshy outy type things. There's a whole bunch, by the way. There's armoured cars, fire engines and ambulances. What else have we got? There's an I don't know how they got away with this. There's an Aston Martin in this list. There's something called a motoche or a flashbang. Just some, like, basically the motorcycles. Some of them look fucking weird. There's a Skoda and an Iveco. I don't know if they made agreements here. There's the Bulldog and Pitbull medium trucks. Then there's tracked vehicles. There's like ground tugs. Some kind of massive tracked train system. Something called the White Wolverine. There's utility vehicles and harvesters for farming on alien worlds. There's construction vehicles, tunnel miners. There's like a ranger vehicle. God, there's tons of them. There's loads of really cool and interesting little vehicles. I think later on it also gets to construction mechs as well. So that should be some like solid write-ups of those. To be honest, here's the thing. If people want, I don't mind going through the whole book. I don't mind doing the whole thing. If everyone would want to hear it, I don't mind focusing all the future Lore Warriors after this one on just getting all of these sorted. If you just want to hear stuff that isn't armoured combat, and you want to just hear a bunch of things that's about civilian and construction and that kind of thing instead, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'll definitely get to and get going with it. So let me know. And have a good week, everybody. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye. Bye.